Today I'm bringing you a quick rundown of a shoe that I've had for some time now, because for the average lifter, the casual lifter that's just going to the gym, going to hit the weights, bodybuilding style workouts, just looking to build some muscle and lose some weight, you're not necessarily doing plyometrics, a lot of agility workouts, or powerlifting of sorts, and you're just hitting the machines, you're grabbing some dumbbells, you're on the benches, and you're doing some cardio. Running shoes are actually kind of the norm for a lot of people. While not the greatest option if you're really serious and you're doing much more Olympic style powerlifting and things of that sort. But for casual lifting, you really can't go wrong with a nice comfortable running shoe. And in this video, we're taking a look at the Under Armour and Project Rock HOVR Phantom. So stay tuned. So taking a quick look at the shoe, this is exactly like the original HOVR Phantom, just with the Brahma Bull printed on the side. Does have an EVA carrier foam midsole with the HOVR cushioning in the middle. You will see it again right here on the back. Has that mesh protectant to help it from bulging just a bit too much. It kind of encages it, encapsulates it from over flexing. Here you have on the medial side. So it is a pretty high stack because it is a running shoe. There's a lot of step-in comfort. And it has a little bit of a bouncy feel, but a bit more of a squishy feel at the same time because there's just so much cushioning. It does have a sock-like feel. You can see some of this knit upper. It's very, very stretchy. Does have a sock-like feel, like I was saying. They do have a decent amount of material and some foam padding kind of raised into the material here in the sides. Even though I wouldn't advise doing things that require lateral movements and heavy medial movements as well. But like I said, sock-like fit. They are a very snug fit. What's mostly nice about these in the interior is it has the Speed Form insole, which is a multi-density insole. So on the heel you have one set of cushioning, on the toe box you have a different type of cushioning, and on the front ball of your foot you have a different density of cushioning as well. So these are quite nice for step-in comfort, for shorter runs, longer runs. I mean, they're a running shoe. That's what they are built for overall. Heel cup going all the way around, though it is quite flimsy. So like I said, medial and lateral movements, that is not what this shoe is built for in the first place. But let's talk about a couple of things that it is good for around the gym. So the first no-no, like I said in the intro, power lifters, Olympic lifts. You don't want a running shoe. You're going to run into stability issues. They have a very high offset. You are much higher off the ground with these. They do have a squishier step-in comfort, a softer insole, midsole type of setup, so they will compress. As you can see some of the creasing lines, especially on the medial side. You can see a lot more of those compression lines from it compressing just from some running and stuff like that. So imagine trying to squat 400 pounds, deadlift 400 pounds, the level of compression and instability that you could have from a running shoe. So that's pretty much universally known for heavy lifts, powerlifting, things like that. You don't want a running shoe. It is a no-no. You're going to want a more dedicated shoe to that for lifting, cross-training, CrossFit style shoes. There are tons of great stuff like the Project Rock line, which still isn't optimal, but is a much, much better choice for this. It has more density, lateral support, and a bit better stability. Now, in regards to doing cardio, regular lifting, bodybuilding, weight training, you're going to be on benches, you're grabbing cables. You just want something that looks good and feels good, is going to be comfortable around the gym when you're doing your short distance runs, whether it's low intensity cardio on a treadmill, you're working the Stairmaster, or you're doing full on sprints around the gym. Some gyms have indoor and outdoor tracks, or on the treadmill you may be doing a full on sprint. These are going to be great for that. So most people, like I said in the intro, will tell you to steer away from running shoes in the gym. But if you're not doing the type of exercise motions and movements that running shoes are terrible for, then there's no reason you can't. In a previous video, my full review on the Project Rock 3, I'll link that up there for you guys to check it out if you're interested. Like I stated, I've seen guys over the years training in sandals and slides, for God's sakes, because ideally when you're working the cables, you're on benches, you're doing machines, it's not really going to matter a whole lot what shoes on your foot. While I would not recommend doing sandals at all. Don't train in the gym with sandals. Don't do that. Just gym etiquette. Don't do that, because you're not saying you're going to hurt yourself, but there's a higher probability than wearing a normal shoe. But when it comes to running shoes, especially something like the HOVR Phantom, the step-in comfort is gorgeous here. If you're looking for what great overall fit and walking around comfort, running shoes can provide that. Like I said, especially when you're just doing bodybuilding, weight training style lifts and traditional front and back cardio. If you're not doing a lot of lateral side to side movements, you don't have to worry about your foot rolling over the material, because this isn't designed to really lock your foot into place for side to side movements. It's not what it's built for. Rope climbs, box jumps, things like that. This is a little squishier than I would even want to do box jumps with. I would want more responsiveness, something a bit more firm. So as long as you're not doing plyometrics, agility drills, and powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting type of exercises, power cleans, deadlifts, hang cleans, squats, things of that nature, you will be fine with something like this. Overall, like I said, don't let somebody detour you away from a really good running shoe around the gym. If you're not doing the type of lifts and exercises that running shoes are terrible for, there's nothing wrong with wearing a nice, comfortable, and in this case, stylish running shoe, because I really think this is a good looking shoe. It looks great on feet. It feels great. Sizing is perfect. This is in Under Armour, I traditionally wear an 8.5, whereas with the Project Rock 3 and the Project Rock 1, I have an 8.5 and a 9. The 9's actually a little too big on the Project Rock 1, whereas the 8.5 is extremely snug on the Project Rock 3, but an 8.5 on the Project Rock HOVR Phantom is perfect. I do have a little bit of room in the toe. It does have somewhat of an athletic fit, but not too narrow. It has a little bit of width, kind of falls in between what you would consider a narrow athletic fit and a wide comfort fit. It falls in between. So comfort on these are great. Running, obviously, they are fantastic. Casual, walking around everyday shoes and lifting on machines, bodybuilding style, weightlifting types of days. These are going to do just fine in the gym. And for you runners, this will do good all the way up to half marathon. Honestly, I think you would want something a little bit closer to the ground for a full marathon, personally, just to get a little bit more responsiveness, because you're going to pace yourself differently in a marathon, a full marathon, versus 5Ks, 10Ks, shorter run, stuff like that. I traditionally don't do anything above a 5K when I do run it, though I don't run as much as I used to when I first got these. I still do my fair share of mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, which is in the realm of 5K sprints and light runs. Well, that's my quick overview of the Project Rock Under Armour HOVR Phantom, the originals. These are scarce these days. They're not that easy to find. They do have some of the blue ones like this on eBay. I picked these up for a steal a while back. I grabbed these for 40 bucks off of somebody, I guess, that didn't know what they had. They looked brand new. They were pre-owned, and I scooped them up for 40 bucks plus shipping. Like I said, a while back. I've had these for a long time. They've been very durable because I use them accordingly. Use the right shoe for the right situation, and they will last you. If you use a shoe that's bad and not built for that situation, durability may be an issue. Power lifters, like I said before, steer clear from running shoes, as most of you know, because of stability issues, but for a nice casual lifting day and some cardio, it's a damn good shoe. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. Love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this before? It's been around for a few years. It came out in 2019, if I remember correctly, was when it came out. This was predicated to the Project Rock 2. This came out right before. This was in between the Project Rock 1 and the Project Rock 2. It was a running shoe they made. And like I said, it's exactly the original HOVR Phantom, just with the Brahma Bull logo printed on the side. That is the only difference. You would pay a premium. It says blood, sweat, and respect on the laces. Has the Brahma Bull up top, and earn it on the lace tips. Just some rock branding. But still, you can get the HOVR Phantom for a bit cheaper than you can get these, unless you can find a steal for 40 bucks like I did with these a while back. But like I said, don't detour from running shoes unless you're doing lifts that running shoes are terrible for. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on these by chance, give them a run, you give them a try. They're quite comfortable. You might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.